Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. See, I did all these notes and I'm not even going to use them.
You will.
No, I won't.
No?
Because I'm doing color. I mean, not color. I'm just doing, you're doing color.
No, we're both doing color.
All right, it'll just come to me.
It will.
I know what I'm doing.
You do.
It's natural.
I want to be able to make sure I can stand up and not knock stuff over.
Oh, yeah, it's a good call.
Can we scoot our table closer to her? Is that okay?
Do you mind if we... Yeah, we got to stand. Of course, I have to go to the bathroom.
I feel like
you want to scooch over closer?
Four, three.
Yeah, we got to stand.
Hello and welcome everyone to the 2001 IAAM B Conference Lacrosse Championships at USA Lacrosse headquarters and Bill Tierney Field in Sparks, Maryland. Today we're going to see the 12-0 Mercy Magic and the 10-2 Park School Bruins. This is Erin Brown-Millen with you this evening, calling the game with Monica Yakel and Larry Dukes and Morgan Knox behind the camera. We're sure to have a great night, and we'll be back here tomorrow evening to feature the IAAM A Conference Championships.
And welcome everyone.
That game time is 6 p.m. and features the #1 seed St. Paul School for Girls Gators against the #2 seed McDonough Eagles. So, Monica, what must these players be feeling to be able to be having a season and actually vie for a championship this year after having lost their entire 2020 season?
Well, they've got to be chomping at the bit. I mean, to lose a whole year last year, not to be able to play,
sure to have a great night,
and to be out on this amazing field tonight, beautiful weather. They've got to just be ready to just let it all out and let it go. Ready to just play some awesome lacrosse.
Yeah, some of those last year freshmen never actually got any opportunities. Those seniors who then graduated without having had a season, really a difficult thing to have had gone through. But what's really great is to see the excitement that these girls have. It's sure to be a special night, and we are going to be treated with the #1 seed Mercy Magic and the #2 seed Park School Bruins. These two teams saw each other twice already in the regular season, with Mercy coming out on top. But we all know that that can be a challenge to defeat a team for the third time.
Right, 3 times is tough, and especially with a year off. But some keys for tonight.
Really a difficult thing to have.
Going with Park first. Park has a great, draw specialist, so to speak, with Becca Franks. She's a senior going to American next year to play her collegiate career. And she, as I said, she's a senior, and she's going to be taking the draw against Mercy's freshman. So, being a freshman doesn't have a lot of experience. So, especially with a year off, Park is going to, probably look to, maybe dominate on the draw, and that's going to be huge for them to come up with a lot of possessions on the draw there.
A little bit of a physique situation there too, as I understand. Becca Frank is a little dominating, very tall, very strong, and our Mercy player,
she's about 5'3", I think the coach said, and Becca is about, I think, close to maybe 5'9". So, on the draw, being tall is a huge advantage. So we'll see how Mercy if they make any adjustments. I mean, the freshman, her stats, though, she has about 52 draw controls this year. So that's nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
But coming up against someone with, Becca's height, we'll see, again, if they make any changes.
Yeah, I think Coach Catherley was very glowing in his comments about her to indicate that while she is smaller in stature, she is a bit of a ground ball hog and is able to hoover them up and get possession and get things going down the other end for her team. What other keys do you think we've got to look for today?
Right. So for Park too, they're also going to need to do a really good job clearing the ball because Mercy prides themselves on executing a great zone ride.
Yeah,
so they trap the ball really well, and they get a lot of turnovers on that zone ride. So Park is going to need to do a really good job clearing the ball, taking care of it as they bring the ball up the field, moving the ball, and trying to get that ball into their offensive end. And then Mercy is going to need to limit fouls. When we were talking with the coach, Mercy coach, he said that they tend to be very aggressive and can sometimes get themselves in foul trouble. And if they get into foul trouble, they will have to play a man down if they get too many yellow cards, and they definitely do not want to get into foul trouble for this game.
That's true. That is true. That can really put a team back on its heels and cause some problems and make it difficult for the rest of the players to have to try to maintain or to hold the status quo while they play man down.
Right.
How about any other players to watch?
So for Mercy, Mercy has a fantastic goalkeeper with Kaylee Forty. She is a senior goalkeeper, and she is going to Rutgers next year to play her collegiate career, and she's just, they call her, brick wall in there. She is vocal, she leads her defense, and just does a really, really great job in the cage for Mercy. We have mentioned already
any other
for Park, Becca Frank, again, going to American. She does a really good job on the circle. She plays midfield. She also plays some defense. Look for her on in the midfield and on the defensive end for Park. So another player to watch for Park is, I may butcher this last name, but leads her defense and just does a really, really great job. But we're going to take a break for a second. Mercy. We have mentioned already
any other
for Park, Becca Frank, again, going to American. She does a really good job on the circle. She plays midfield. She also plays some defense. Look for her on in the midfield and on the defensive end for Park. So another player to watch for Park is, I may butcher this last name, but leads her defense and just does a really, really great job. But we're going to take a break for a second. Mercy. We have mentioned already
any other
for Park, Becca Frank, again, going to American. She does a really good job on the circle. She plays midfield. She also plays some defense. Look for her on in the midfield and on the defensive end for Park. So another player to watch for Park is,
Okay, we are back. We are back and ready to get things started. Let's also take a minute here to recognize who our officials will be for today's game. We will have Sally Bennett, Frank Handley, Averine Cooper, and Fran Trumbo serve as our officials for today's game. So we are hoping that we can see some great lax. We know it's definitely been a long time coming. It's about time that we're sitting here ready to go for the 2021 IAAM B Conference Lacrosse Championship.
And ready to get things started.
Let's also take a minute here to recognize who our officials.
Pretty
will be
exciting,
for
Mon, to
today's
be
game.
here. There's a
We
nice
will have
crowd.
Sally Bennett,
You know, lots of people
Frank Handley,
out
Averine
to
Cooper,
be able to
and
take
Fran
part in
Trumbo
this.
serve as our
There
officials
is
for
actually a
today's
mask
game. So we are
mandate
hoping that we
for
can,
the players
see
on the
some great
field,
laps. We know it's
primarily due
definitely
to
been a long
the
time
situation that Park
coming.
has played
It's
all
about
year
time that
long
we're sitting here
in masks,
ready to go
and
for the
has
2021
requested that, and
IAAM
therefore
Lacrosse Championship.
sort of have to kind of go with what
Right.
the main feeling is, and it'll be a little bit of a different scenario for Mercy to have to do this. However, they did play Park at Park back in March, and did have to deal with wearing the masks, and actually also not really having any fans of their own allowed at that game. Interestingly enough, I think that game was really the only game that a team started off and got the best of the Mercy team in the beginning. I believe they actually scored a season high 8 goals.
Right.
Other than that, the Mercy defense has not allowed a team to get double digits on them this year, and that speaks tremendously to their defense and the goaltending that you mentioned about Kaylee Forty and the cage there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Allowed
we'll see with the masks.
that game. Interestingly enough, I think
This is
that
the first
game
time they're
was
playing
really
with their
the
masks in a
only
while.
game that,
Exactly.
a team
But I'm sure the
started
coach
off
knew
and
that
got
they
the
probably
best
would have to
of
wear
the
their masks,
Mercy,
so they probably practiced
team
with
in the
them
beginning. I believe
and got used
they
to it
actually
again.
scored a season high.
As a team, you just adjust, right?
Other
You
than
know?
exactly.
The Mercy
So
defense
as
has
we're sitting
not
here
allowed
looking
a
out
team to
onto
get
Bill Tierney
double
Field
digits
here,
on this
Mon,
year,
you
and
notice
that
there's a
speaks
little bit of a
tremendously to
shadow
their
that's
defense
falling
and
from
goaltending that you mentioned
the USA
about
Lacrosse
Kaylee
building
Forty
behind us, which
Absolutely.
is an amazing building and facility.
Yeah, we'll see with the
Any
masks.
thoughts about that
Interestingly
causing
enough,
any
I
issues?
This is the
game-
first
It is
time
the later
they're
evening
playing with
sun,
their
so it
masks in
is a
while.
little bit bright.
It
But
is, and I'm sure that they took that into
Coach knew that
consideration
they
when
probably
they
would
did
have
the coin toss and got used to it again. And they'll just have to again adjust. But
So
as we're
Kaylee's-
sitting here
she's a
looking
great
out
goalie.
onto
She
Bill
knows.
Tierney Field here, Mon,
Use
you
the
notice there's
conditions,
a little bit
and
of
there
a
we go
shadow
with
that's
the
falling
first
from
draw control.
the
Becca
USA
Frank. Park.
Yep.
behind us, which
And she had that great reach,
Exactly.
one-handed.
Any thoughts about that causing any issues? Let's see how our offense
It is the
tries
later
to work
evening
this
sun,
around
so
if
it
they
is a little bit
look to sort of take
bright.
some time, because
It is, and I'm sure that
Mercy
they
has
took that
been
into
known to be a
consideration
very
when
high-powered
they
offense.
did
They
the,
take
you
a
know,
lot
the
of
coin
shots.
toss.
It's part of
And,
what they want to do. They want to
they'll
get as
just have
many
to-
shots off as
they'll
they
just
can
have to,
possibly
again, adjust.
possibly do.
As we're sitting here looking out onto
Strong defense there. Nice rollback.
And there we go
Save
with the
Kaylee.
first draw control.
Becca
Going
Frank.
easy save for
Yep.
And she had that
For
great
Kaylee
reach,
40 there.
one-handed.
Some strong defense there too. It was great that the player was able to sort of get a little bit of a redodge happening.
look to sort of
Here we're
take
seeing this
time because
pressure
It is, and I'm
zone.
sure that they
has
took that
been
into
known to be a
consideration
very
when
high-powered offense. They
I've
take
had the
a
pleasure
lot
of coaching
shots.
Kaylee 40 for
part of what they wanna
many
do. They
years.
wanna get as many
She played for
shots
my
off
club
as
program.
possible.
She has an excellent clear,
Possibly do.
very,
Strong defense there. Nice rollback.
very accurate,
Save Kaylee.
and she's been very good at understanding the pace of a game,
Great check.
and
Some
knowing
strong
when to
defense
like
there,
slow it
too.
down and when to
It's great
speed
that
it up.
the player was able to sort of get a little bit of a
maintains
redodge
possession
happening.
after
that
great
great
check
check
from
from Maya Conway, senior defender.
I've had the pleasure of coaching.
Looks like we're isolating.
Kaylee 40 for many years.
Point
Played for
blank
my
right
club
to the
program.
goalie.
She has
Used
a
her
nice
body.
a nice save by the Park goalie.
Let's see if these girls can get
Very
this clear. Oh,
accurate.
great check.
And she's
Into the
been
body,
very
however.
good at understanding the pace of a game,
Great check.
and knowing when to like slow it down and when to speed it up.
This is that zone rye that we mentioned before. I mistakenly mentioned it during Mercy's clear. Senior defender.
But that was really smart. That's what they're going to have to do is quickly see the open player and move the ball. In a zone ride, you cannot
Point
try to
blank
run the
right to
ball
the
up the
goalie.
field by
That's the
yourself.
point of it. You'll get
Nice
trapped
save
and
by the park
you'll
goalie.
turn it over likely, or
Let's
get
see if
caught
these
from
girls
behind.
Can get this clear. Up.
Accurate.
Great check.
And she's
Into the
been
body,
very
however.
good at
Park's got a
understanding
nice
the pace of the
spread
game
out. They are well
and
outside of
knowing
the
when to
12.
slow it down and when to speed it up.
Looking
This is that
to
zone ride that we mentioned before. I
move the ball around.
mistakenly,
One of the things
mentioned
that
it during
Coach Lowe mentioned
Mercy's
about
clear.
her team this year, and she actually has
But
been the
that was
coach
really
at
smart.
Park
That's
for
what they're going to have
25
to do
years.
is quickly
She had said
see the
that
open
this
player and move the
offensive
ball.
team
In a zone ride, you cannot
is
try
the
to
most
run the
balanced
ball.
team she has ever had
That's the point of it. You'll
at Park.
Nice save by the
She's got
park
numerous
goalie.
players. Oh, wonderful takeaway check.
That was a great check. Away from the body, nice and controlled. You love seeing that.
Park's got a nice
We're off to
spread
the
out. They are
races.
well outside of the 12. Looking to
See if we
push or if we slow it down. Nice roll and a finish.
That was really nice.
Coach Lowe mentioned about her team this year, and she actually has
But
been
that
the
was
coach
really
at
smart.
Park
That's
for
what they're going to have
25
to do
years.
is quickly
She had said
see
that
the open
this
player and move the
offensive
ball.
team
That was
In a zone
Ashley
ride, you
Martin,
cannot
the
try
most
to
freshman
run the ball.
attacker.
she has ever had at Park.
Save by the
She's got
For Mercy.
numerous players. Oh,
Doing that
wonderful
nifty
takeaway
little
check.
That was a
roll
great
dodge and move.
check. Away from the
What's
body.
great is pushing that ball like that.
Nice and controlled.
Really
Love
kind of
seeing
creates,
that.
you know, you've got to respect that player racing down the middle. You got to stop the ball. That's the first and foremost thing. That's Lacrosse 101. Stop the ball. So, quick little nifty move and a finish, non-stick side. It was a great shot. That was Ashley Martin,
our secondary draw.
freshman attacker. Nice try, nice try. Juliana Mills is the center for Mercy, who's going to do her best to try to get that ball from Becca Frank,
but she does have that height advantage and is drawing
to herself.
And
racing
Becca
down the
Franks
middle.
just has that
Gotta stop the
reach.
ball.
She's just
That's the first
going
and
one-handed
foremost thing.
all the way up
Lacrosse
and doing
101.
just a really nice job of, as you just said,
So,
you know, drawing to herself.
Quick little
And
nifty
reaching over
move
top
and a finish, non-stick
of
side.
Mills.
It was a great shot. That was Ashley
get our
Martin,
secondary draw.
freshman attacker. Nice try, nice try.
It's like Park is going to
Jules-
elect to
Juliana
try
Mills
to work the ball
is
around.
the
perhaps
center for Mercy, who's going to do her best to try to get that ball from Becca Frank,
but she does have that height advantage and is drawing
to
Oh,
herself.
another defensive stop there.
Just has that,
Probably
that
the issue, I think, is
she's
standing
just
and feeding. That's
one-handed
not going to
all the
really
way
work,
up
I don't
and
think,
doing
against
just a really
such a
nice
staunch
job of,
defense.
as you just
Right.
said,
So,
you know, drawing to herself.
quick little
See how
nifty
Park
move
does on their
and
ride.
finish, non-stick
Of
side.
Mills.
It was a great shot. That was Ashley
get our
Martin,
secondary draw.
freshman attacker. Nice try.
Emma
nice
Clapp
try.
to clear. Park is going to
Jules-
elect to
Juliana
try
Mills
to work the ball
is
around.
the
perhaps
center for Mercy, who's going to
Courtney
do her best to
Lesko
try to
and
get that ball from Becca Frank,
but she does have that height
Oh,
advantage
pipe.
and is drawing
to herself.
Oh,
Have a
another
foul.
defensive stop there.
Just has that,
Probably the
I didn't
issue, I
see
think,
what
is
the-
standing and feeding. That's
one-handed
not
ref
going to
call.
really work, I don't think,
Doing
against
just a
such
really
a
nice
staunch
job of,
defense.
as you just
Right.
said,
So,
you know, drawing to herself. Had his hand.
quick little
See how
nifty
Park
move
does
up,
on their
but I
ride.
didn't of Mills.
We got an 8-meter opportunity. She elects
Wow.
to fire it straight
That's a
in.
great shot.
You're seeing a lot more of that
Yes.
standing on the 8 and ripping the shot as opposed to carrying the ball in. Although it is a player preference, and it also may be a preference depending upon which
Probably
hash
the
mark
issue,
you're
I
on.
think, is
That's
standing
so
and
true.
feeding. That's not going to really work, I don't think, against such a staunch defense.
As you just said, you know, drawing to herself. Had his hand.
See how
Reaching
Park
her hand
does
up,
on their
but I
ride.
didn't- of Mills.
We got an 8-meter opportunity.
She elects
Wow.
to fire it straight
That's
in,
a great
setting up
shot.
for the draw again. You're seeing a lot more of that
Yes.
standing on the 8 and ripping the shot as
He's
opposed
loose up.
to carrying the ball in. Although it is a
Gonna
player
work hard to
preference,
try
and
and
it
ride
also
that.
may
Good
be a
double
preference
team.
depending upon which
Probably
hash
the
mark
issue,
you're
I
on.
think, is
That's
inside,
so
too close
true.
to the head. Not going to really work, I don't think, against such a staunch defense.
As you just said, you know, drawing to herself. So giving the ball back to Franks.
We got an 8-meter opportunity.
Savannah Safchuk
Fire
on
it
that
straight in.
eight
8-meter
shot
shot
for the draw
and
again.
goal. You're seeing a lot more of that.
Yes.
Standing on the 8 and ripping
She is a
the
player
shot
that
as
I
opposed to
know
carrying the ball in.
has
Although it is a player
seen the back of the net
Yes.
pretty
Double
frequently.
teams, depending upon
Yeah,
what
she's a
the
junior
sports
and
are.
is
Towards
committed
the
to,
net.
to Towson next year. She's put a lot of points on the board this year. So giving the ball
At
back
this point
to
right now, Park needs to get something going.
Franks.
Getting some ball movement,
So then
getting
a sack
some
chuck
motion
power net.
offense would probably be an ideal
and goal
scenario to get that defense moving and maybe try to find some kind of a seam. There it is. There you go.
There you go. They heard you.
They did. That's a tough save. That's point blank. That she was right on top of the crease there.
She was.
And
Yeah, she's a junior and is
not much you can
committed
do
to,
when
to
you're
Towson next year. She's put a lot
when
of
you
points on the
are
board.
you know, faced sort of one-on-one like that.
Right.
Rebecca Himmelfarb, she's a senior and has done quite a job this season as well.
motion offense.
She is their second leading scorer. Coach Lowe thinks she's an incredibly crafty player. She's actually committed to Muhlenberg.
There you go.
She has
They
scored
heard you.
34 goals this season. That's a tough save.
So
That's
she
point
knows
blank.
also
She
how
was
to
right
find the
on
back
top
of
of the
that net.
crease
She
there.
was.
And
Yeah, she's a junior and is
not much you can
committed
do
to,
when
to
you're
Towson next year. She's put a lot
when
of
you
points on
are
the board.
you know, faced sort of one-on-one
trying.
like
And
that.
look at that. Right.
Rebecca
One-handed
that's a lot of strength.
That is a
She's
lot
a
of strength.
senior.
One-handed grab.
And
it.
has
Oh,
done
wow.
quite a job this season as
And then
well.
just to toss it to her teammate
Um,
like that, that's a
She
lot.
is
That's
their
awesome.
second leading scorer. See some athleticism here from
Yep.
40. Incredibly crafty player. Racing out, getting it away from the cage.
There you go.
She has
They
scored.
heard you.
That was
34
almost
goals
the equalizing
That's a
goal
tough
there.
save.
It
That's
was
point blank.
a
Also,
great save.
right on top of the crease there.
And that's what you need.
Not much you can do when
And I think, frankly, that's what Mercy expects from 40.
you know,
Exactly.
faced sort of one-on-one
trying.
like
And look at that. Right.
Rebecca
One-handed
that's a lot of strength.
That is a lot of strength.
Great
One-handed
defense.
grab
Great
it.
collapsing
Oh, wow.
defense. Caused turnover there.
And then just to toss it to her teammate like that. That's Rebecca Franks. That's awesome.
Second leading scorer. See some athleticism
Here
doing it on
from-
both
yep,
ends of the
40,
field.
yeah.
Racing out, getting
Oh,
it away from the cage.
Okay.
Yep.
They heard you.
That was
That's gonna be a
almost
yellow card.
the equalizing goal there. It was a great save.
Okay.
Right on top of the crease there. And that's what you need.
Not much you can do when
And I think,
Yeah,
frankly,
so it's-
that's what
it-
Mercy
that's-
expects from
A
40.
yellow card just means she had her arms extended. She was almost like waiting for it.
Right.
With her arms extended.
Great
And-
defense. Great
I
collapsing
think
defense.
with
Caused
the head of
turnover there
steam
that the Park player had. If she could have kept her position and maybe held her arms in
Yes.
and taken the charge,
Yes,
I think it would be a
absolutely.
different situation. We'd see the ball go in the other direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yep. That was
That's gonna be a
almost
yellow card.
the equalizing goal there.
Jamie
It was
Askew,
a great
another
save.
senior.
And that's what you need from Park. And I think,
Yeah,
frankly,
so
that's what Mercy
so now this is
expects
where
from
Park
40.
needs to
Yellow
be.
card just means she had
they're,
her arms
they're
extended.
being patient, and
She was almost
now
like waiting for it.
even more so,
Right.
pull it
With
out,
her arms extended.
create that space,
I think
move the
defense
ball,
with the head
and
of
find
steam
the open
that the
player.
Park player had. If she could have
Make some cuts
kept her
through. Park needs to
position
cut
and
a little
maybe
bit
held
more.
her
They have that
arms
player
in,
behind that's
taken the
kind of
charge,
standing
it would
back
be a
there.
different situation. We'd
Oh,
see the
wow.
ball
That is a
wow.
wonderful shot by Cassandra Kitchen, a freshman.
She had some heat on that. I don't
She
think
certainly did.
Kaylee 40 thought that she was going to shoot that.
from
It was an
Park.
excellent take, an excellent
Now, this is
individual
where Park
effort
needs to
there.
be. They're being patient, and
She was almost
now
like waiting
so we
for
got
it.
it's all tied up.
Pull it out. With her arms extended.
Create that space.
I know
move the
Coach
ball,
Lowe
and
thinks
find the open
Park player
what she
had.
thinks
Make
about
some cuts
Cassandra
through,
as
needs
a
to cut
freshman.
a
She
little bit more. They
believes
have that player
this kid
behind
is
that's
a
kind
blue
of
chip player.
standing back there.
She checks
Situation.
all
Oh,
of the
wow.
boxes
That is a
in her wonderful opinion. shot Great by Cassandra athleticism,
Kitchen,
speed,
a
her IQ
freshman.
is fantastic. And
She
you
had some
saw
heat on
how
that. I
well
don't
she
think- I don't
did.
think
She
Kaylee
pulled
40 thought
out,
that
took
she
that
was gonna
player
shoot that.
one-on-one and finished with a
It was an
laser of a
excellent
shot.
take. an
So
excellent
Mercy just made
individual
an
effort
adjustment on
there.
the draw.
They're
being patient, and
She was almost
now
like waiting
so we
for
got
it.
There was
it's all
a
tied up.
jump there.
Create
That's
that
what happens
space.
when you're trying to
I
make
know
something
Coach
happen.
Lowe
Yeah,
thinks
and
uh,
what she thinks about
Rebecca Frank thought it was
Cassandra
against her.
as a freshman. She believes this kid is a blue chip player.
Standing back
So they had put
Savannah
Savannah
Safe
Safechuck on
Great athleticism, speed.
on the center draw. Looks like that was an excellent ground ball. Redirect off
know,
a
I
feed
don't
in.
think- I don't think Kate
What
pulled
a
out,
save.
took that player one-on-one and finished with a
Excellent
laser of a
attempt.
shot.
Excellent
Kate,
attempt by
so
Park.
Mercy just
Really
made
great
an
look.
adjustment on the draw.
But it's hard to finish on a goalie that just kind of reads it.
There was
It's all
a
tied
jump
up.
there.
Create
That's
that
what happens
space.
when you're trying to
I
make
know
something
Coach
happen.
Lowe
Yeah,
thinks
and
What she thinks about
Rebecca Frank thought it was
Cassandra
against her.
as a freshman.
Hello.
This kid is a
Might need
blue
that.
chip player.
Standing back
So they had put
Oh,
Savannah
clear.
Safechuck on
Great athleticism,
She's ready for the next
speed.
level.
on the center draw. Looks like that was an excellent ground
And
ball.
with the
Redirect
possession
off
clock
a
next,
feed in.
next year,
What a
being
save.
so active outside of the goal circle,
Excellent
you know,
attempt.
you
Excellent
need that
attempt by
at the next
Park.
level.
Really great look.
Only
Well,
ha-
she's headed to
but it's
Rutgers,
hard
the
to
Big
finish
Ten.
on
She's
goal.
going to
There
see
you go.
action. You know, that's if you're going to go somewhere.
There
The
you go.
ACC, you know,
That's what happens when you're
I'm
trying
partial
make
to the Big
something
Ten,
happen.
being a Terp alum, but you know, the ACC, all of them,
Rebecca
they're
Frank thought it was against her.
it's such incredible lacrosse at the next level. And you're right, she is ready. So they had put Savannah Safechuck on.
Great athleticism,
She's ready for the next level.
On the center draw. Looks like that was an excellent ground
And
ball.
with the possession
Redirect.
clock
Mercy's
next,
taking their time,
next year,
What
being
working the ball,
so active
spreading
outside of the
things
goal
out.
circle,
Excellent
know,
attempt.
you
Excellent
need that
attempt. You
by
can see
Park.
the original possession.
Well,
She's
she's
headed
headed
to
to
They really
Rutgers,
pushed the
right.
ball
She's
down
gonna
the
see
field
action.
to create.
You're going to go
And then this
somewhere.
time down,
ACC, you know,
took it a little bit
I'm partial
slower.
to the
Had
Big Ten,
40
being a
come
Terp
up
alum, but
just
you know,
about
the ACC,
to
all
the
of them,
restraining
they're
line for a long
such
clear.
incredible lacrosse at the next level. And you're right, she is ready.
So they had put That is a nifty play.
She's ready for the next level.
Pretty simple, old school there, Mon. Little draw the double and dump.
Gotta love it.
Working the ball,
So active
spreading
outside of the
things
goal
out.
circle.
Excellent attempt.
You need that.
You can see the original possession.
Well,
She's
she's
headed
headed
They
to
really
Rutgers,
pushed the
right.
ball
She's
down
gonna
the
see
field
action.
to create.
You're going to go
And then this
somewhere.
time down,
ACC, you know,
took it a little bit
back
slower.
to
Had
the
the
center,
center come up, draw
but, you
just
know,
about
ACC,
to
all
the
of them,
restraining
they're
line
Juliana
for a
Mills is
long
gonna
such
take that.
incredible lacrosse at the next level. And you're right, she is ready. Chance again. See if she can. That is a nifty play.
Happen.
Pretty simple, old school there, Mon. Little draw the double and dump.
Gotta love it.
Working the ball,
So active
spreading
outside of the
things
goal
out.
circle.
Excellent attempt.
You need that.
You can see the original possession.
She's
She's
headed
headed
to
They really
Rutgers,
pushed the
right.
ball
10. She's
down
gonna
the
see
field
action.
to create.
You're going to go
And then this
somewhere.
time down,
ACC, you know,
took it a little bit
back
slower.
to
Had
the
the
center,
40 come up, draw
but,
just
you know,
about to the
all of them,
restraining
like
line
Juliana
for a
Mills is
long
gonna
such
take that.
incredible lacrosse at the next level. And you're right, she
Same
is ready.
situation in
Chance
terms
again, see
of
if she
the
can
draw going straight up.
That is a nifty play.
Happen.
Pretty simple, old
Park
school
coming up
there,
with
Mon.
it,
Although it didn't
draw
end
the
up
double and dump.
in Becca
Gotta
Frank's
love it.
stick that time. Spreading things out. And there's Frank's. Oh, what a
Oh,
save.
wow.
The original possession. She's headed They really pushed the ball
And Becca
down
Franks
the
did what
field
she needed to do. She
to create.
faked there,
This
but
time down.
40 didn't bite.
Took it a little bit
Back
slower.
to
Had
the center.
40 come up,
And did you
draw
notice how
just
far
to
out
the restraining
of
line
the
for a long cage 40 was? She
Mhm.
had pulled herself all the way up to
Situation
the top of her
in
crease
terms
circle, her
the
goal
draw
circle,
going straight up.
That is a nifty and
play.
just took
Pretty
any and
simple,
all angle
old school
away
there,
with
Mon.
it.
Although it didn't
draw
end
the
up
double and dump in Becca Franks.
Mercy
Stick
back
that
on
time. Offense. And there's Franks. Oh, what a
Oh,
save.
wow.
Their last two goals
And Becca Franks did what she needed
that
to
they
do.
scored
She
were low shots.
faked there, but 40 didn't bite.
Nice pull. Great save. Oh,
And did you
heard
notice
a
how
pipe.
far out
Mercy gets the ball back. Cage 40 was. She had pulled herself
Feet
all the way up to the
inside.
top of her
Terms
crease
of
circle, her
the
goal
draw
circle,
going straight up.
That is a nifty and just took
Gonna
any
have
and
a
all
foul on
angle
the
away
D.
with it.
Yeah, that defender slid swinging.
Back that
on.
time.
It was a nice double, but
Offense.
you just got to go not swinging.
Oh, what a
Oh,
save.
wow.
And we've got Jules
Their
Mills.
last
Two goals.
And Becca
Oh,
Franks got a
did
good
what she
stick on it.
scored were low shots.
Faked there, but 40 didn't bite.
Nice pull. We're going to do
Great
the old
save. Oh,
defender
and did
in
you
to
notice
clear
how
the ball.
far out
Mercy gets the
Haven't
ball
seen that in a
back.
while.
Cage 40 was. She had pulled herself
Feet
all the way up to the
inside.
top
Carrie
of her crease
Weinman
circle,
with a
her
full
goal
head of
circle.
steam. and just took
Gonna
any
have
and
a
all
foul on
anger
the
away.
D.
Yeah, that defender slid swinging. It was a nice double.
Sun
but
may
you
be a
just gotta
factor
go
over
not
there,
swinging.
although it's slowly. And we've got
Evening
Jules
itself
Mills.
out.
Mhm.
Oh,
Got a good stick on it.
scored with low shots.
Fake there, but 40 didn't bite.
Nice pull. We're going to do the old
Save.
defender
Did you
in to
notice
clear the
how
ball.
far
Park
out
electing
Haven't
to
seen that in a while.
just take some time.
40 was. She had pulled herself all the way up to the top.
Carrie
of the
Weinman with a full head of steam. As I mentioned earlier,
just
Coach
took any and all
foul on
anger
the
away.
talked about how incredibly
That
balanced
defender slid.
her offense was.
It was a nice double.
Sun may
but
be
you
a
just gotta
factor
go
over
not
there,
swinging.
although it's slowly. Looks like we have another
Evening
whistle.
itself out.
Mhm.
It's got a good stick
Did
on
he call
it.
3 seconds, or was
He-
there another issue?
40 didn't bite. It probably was 3 seconds.
Park
It was an
electing to
off-ball foul.
just take some time.
She had pulled herself all the way up to the
That
top.
hanging
Wyman with a full
hash,
head of steam.
so
As I mentioned
elected
earlier,
to pull it out and move the ball.
foul on the
Talked
D.
about how incredibly
Yeah,
balanced
see, this is where
her offense
Mercy
was.
needs to be careful because they're
Factor over there, although it's
pushing and they're getting a lot of
looks like
fouls.
we have another
Evening
whistle.
itself out.
Mhm.
It's got a good
They're
stick on
putting
it.
themselves behind by
Another issue.
creating the foul,
It probably
and
was
you
3
know,
seconds.
Park is electing to still continue to be
Off-ball foul.
a little bit on a slower track to trying to get to go. What a look! What a great look! Hash, so elected to pull it out and move the ball. Shooters need to try and finish those shots.
Mm-hmm.
They are
See,
getting the ball fed
this is
in there. They
where
are getting good looks.
Mercy needs to be careful because they're
Factor over there, although it's
pushing and they're getting a lot of
looks like
fouls.
we have another
Evening
whistle.
itself out.
Mhm.
Got a good stick
They're
on
putting
it.
themselves behind
Mm.
by creating great shot.
These are some
And,
real quality shots.
Park is electing to still
They
are.
continue to be
What I
a
liked
little bit
prior
on a
to that
slower
was the
track
setup
to
for the
try and
pick,
get to go, what a look.
and she was
What a
able to
great
use
look.
that, which got her
Hash,
free.
so elected to pull it out.
Himmelfarb
ball.
again,
Shooters need to try and finish
sort
those
of
shots.
really
Mhm.
just.
They are
See,
getting the
I
ball
mean,
fed in there.
I've been
They are
impressed
getting
with
good looks.
the
Mercy
2
needs to
shots that
be
she has
Be
had.
careful because they're
She's got some
pushing
tremendous
and they're getting a
accuracy
lot of
and
fouls.
puts some nice heat on the ball as well.
Putting themselves behind
Mm.
by creating
Great
switching
shot.
up.
These are some real
Again for
quality
Mercy
shots.
on the draw. Savannah
What I
Safchuk
liked
is
prior
going
to that was
to
the setup for the pick.
give herself,
And she was able to
the
use
opportunity
that,
to see if she can get it from Frank.
Elected to pull it out.
Himmelfarb again,
Shooters need to try and finish
sort
those
of
shots.
really just.
They are getting the
I
ball
mean,
fed in there.
I've been
They are
impressed
getting
with
good looks.
the
Mercy
2
needs to
shots that
be
she has
Be
had.
careful because they're
She's got some
pushing
tremendous
and they're getting a lot
accuracy
of
and
fouls.
puts some nice heat on the ball as
Great,
well. Great center circle play, really great. You know, it's terrific when you have
Switching up. These are
someone
some
like
real
Frank who
quality
is
shots.
is
on the
imposing
draw,
and
Savannah
tall and can draw
What I
to
liked
herself
prior
and
to that
one
was the
hand
setup
reach
for the pick.
and
Give
get
herself,
possession.
and she was
But
able to use
on
that
those
to
times
serve
when
free
it
from
just
Frank.
gets a little bit out of her range or the other center
Farb
gets
again.
maybe a
Try
bit
and
of a
finish
jump,
those shots.
really to
They
have your
are
center
getting the ball fed in there. I've been
circle
impressed with
players
the
be able to
first 2
really
shots
scoop
that
that
she
ground
has
ball up.
had.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
She's got some
It's
tremendous
one thing for a
accuracy
center to be
and
able to win it herself, but it's a whole different ballgame
Great.
when you
Great
have your circle players.
center circle play. Really great. You know, it's terrific when you
Up,
have
wait a minute.
someone like Frank
No
who
goal
is,
yet.
is
On the
imposing
draw,
and
So he
tall
has
and
a
can
held
draw
flag.
to herself and
Prior to
one
that
hand
was the setup
reach
for the pick.
and
Give
get
herself-
possession. Officials are going to confer for a second to determine, and it's a
And
goal.
it's a goal.
Well, that was just an example, honestly, of Becca Frank just clearly just using her size and
Mhm.
her strength, and she's very solidly built.
Yes.
So you know, she's got that ability to just kind of take the ground, and you're either going to foul her while she's moving, or you're going to be on the losing end, and she's going to get that goal.
Right.
score is Park 4, Mercy 3. And for the first time. Okay. Not sure why the play was called dead when the same girl who got the center draw maintained possession. Perhaps maybe the other girl was in too soon.
I don't know.
Still think it shouldn't have been stopped.
Me too. But this is where I wish that the officials for the women's game would turn and talk to the coaches, say what
to the table, maybe
to
indicate what it is.
Wow.
Okay. Well, if you're going to do something, you might as well tie the game with a behind the back. That's Savannah Safchuk again. Doing it all now. She's taking the draw. She's
something.
She's a junior. She's a junior. She'll be back next year.
That was pretty.
It was. And you know what was so nice about it? It wasn't forced. It was actually the perfect shot to take. She didn't have a defender on her. There wasn't even a defender close enough trailing to be concerned for any kind of a dangerous shot or dangerous propulsion.
So Park coaches are not happy right now, talking to the table official about, I'm sure, about what happened at the center circle.
And Becca Frank answers by just drawing to herself. So we are not certain exactly what that call was. We do know that it actually hindered a potential fast break situation, which is what Coach Lowe is
upset about.
Yes.
Well, I think they were looking for offsides.
Looks as if Mercy's defense is getting just a tad bit frustrated, not quite understanding perhaps maybe why they're getting called for their play. I don't think that they believe it's too aggressive. It was something that Coach Casserly mentioned. His team is an aggressive team. They do play aggressive ball. They do play to a pretty intense level. Franks is looking to get herself in there. And there you go. That was pretty.
She really is using her height to her advantage. She's, has nice stick work. And on that one, she kept her feet moving.
Yeah.
Before she got a little lucky. She had the two defenders converge on her, and she stopped her feet, got the pass out, and she got a little lucky there. But that one, she kept her feet moving, which, that's what you need to do, especially when you're inside that critical scoring area in a tight space. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, definitely. And as you mentioned, her height is her golden ticket, it seems, and Farb knows that, and so that assist was high, and it was easy for her to grab. Mercy has gone with sophomore Sydney Miles on the center circle. Park comes up with yet another draw possession.
That foul was on 40. I'm not sure about that. I can say that. I officiate.
So, interesting situation. We all know a wide open goal can be missed. It can be missed.
It's one of the hardest shots, to be honest, right? It is one of the hardest shots.
It is. This is not a familiar place for goalkeepers to be, and they are not happy when they have to be placed out here because they've done some outside of the cage play.
So timeout, Mercy. It's 6-4 Park with 6:59 to go in the first half.
Anna Stamatos, junior attacker, finished off that open net goal. So she won't be embarrassed.
Right. So
what do you think? What do you think's being chatted about down in the Mercy huddle here?
I mean, I think they're probably saying, look, we need to settle down on defense. We need to play our game. We need to limit our fouls. Let's pull it together, play team mercy, so to speak. I just think they've got to just settle down a little bit. They're kind of going out. They have some really nice double teams, but then they get a little bit overly aggressive. As you said, when we were talking to Coach, he said they like to be aggressive, but, not to where it's going to cause, putting them on the 8 or, a foul, and that's going to disrupt their whole team defensive unit.
Exactly. I think they actually, as a defensive unit, they play well, like you said, with their doubles and being sort of jumping those and being aggressive. But also one-on-one, I think they're incredibly strong.
Yes.
And if they just would stop trying to make something happen, as opposed to just play solid D and let the offense either get an unsuccessful shot off when you have someone like 40 in the goal. You can have that because her save percentage is good enough to the point where you feel totally comfortable that she'll make the save. So maybe just not try to be such an aggressive, like getting out there, getting after it kind of D,
right,
but just play solid D and allow the offense to make a mistake, to drop a ball, to throw an errant pass, or like I said, get a shot off, but make an easy save for 40.
I mean, it's only 6-4.
Right.
It's not 10-4. I mean, they just need to kind of relax, and I think they're getting a little
it's unfamiliar territory for them.
It is.
They have really sort of run away with their conference play, 12-0. Much of the talk is that this team, this Mercy team, will be moving up to the A conference in subsequent years because they are, frankly, ready to be at that next level. So
hey, and credit to Park. I mean, their game plan is good. I mean, they're spreading them out. They're forcing their defense to be kind of out of their comfort zone, and they are dominating on the draw.
They really are. They have great center circle play, Park. They really, they just know where each other is. It's almost like a choreographed dance that, Frank will go up, will get some kind of a handle on it, and just quickly flip it because she knows she has her center circle help right there. Mercy back on D. And that's a great save by 40. It's just another example of Frank getting through 3 different players. Here's what you have with Juliana Mills. She is just racing it all the way down. Very speedy. So, Monica, what do you think? Do you think Park will go, Mercy, excuse me, will go hard in? Do you think they'll just take a little bit more time? Do you think they feel the pressure of trying to get another goal right now?
I mean, hopefully they will take some time. They need to possess the ball. I mean, it's been down on, Mercy's defensive end for a while. So,
yeah, the attackers haven't touched the ball in a little while, so.
The worst thing they can do is force it right now. And they still have 5 minutes. Again, no possession clock, so they need to just.
It's going to be a card. Maya Conway, defender.
But this is where it's hard for us to see, because down on the field as an official, she sees if that defender went into her sphere.
Right.
We don't see that, and I think that's what frustrates the fans, because we can't see that.
Right, and the official had perfect.
She's
right on top of there. She could see if the player moved her stick into the sphere, or if it was just a check. You checked yourself.
Right. To us, that's what it looked like.
Right.
Like she checked herself, and we're all going, wait a minute. But so that's shooting space, because number 21 on Park was not close enough to the attacker
when she was about
ready to shoot. Thank you. Sorry, I was looking to see if she was going to shoot the ball.
That was actually a nifty little shot, too.
Yes.
I love that. Great little slip inside. Caught that ball righty, switched to her left turn, and finished the shot. Right on the doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
Right on the doorstep. So it was difficult, no doubt, for sophomore Bianca Nolan to make that save. I think it's important to mention that, Bianca is an inexperienced keeper based on what Coach Lowe had said, but she's been really proud of how she's played this year. And, kudos to anybody, honestly, who gets in the goal cage. It is not.
You couldn't get me in there. No way.
It is not easy.
Mm-mm. Anybody willing to get in that cage? Amazing. Has Mercy won a draw? I don't think they have.
I believe there's been one.
One? Okay.
And, in our conversation today with Coach Casserly, he did indicate
did mention, yes, he did.
If there's any weakness that I think our team has, it's on the draw.
Yes.
And then clearly with the center draw specialist being Park's top player, that actually makes it a much more incredible situation, because it's not as if it can be an equalizer. If you're not strong on the draw and the other team is incredibly strong on the draw, you know that you're going to lack possession.
Mm-hmm.
I will say for the offensive end, we have an errant pass and a turnover. For the offensive time that Mercy has had the possession, they've been fairly successful with converting and scoring. They've got some great ball movement. Okay, so I would prefer my goalie to stay away from traffic. Even if you're super athletic, even if you can wield your stick well, just don't go near a defender. That frying pan you're cradling with is just way too big.
Frying pan.
Too easy to catch a corner there, But she is athletic, and she does move very well for a keeper outside that cage.
I think Coach is telling her that right now. Get rid of the ball.
Great stop by Park. They're going to be back on the offensive end. Frank's racing down the middle. See if she pulls it out or if she continues through. Ball over to Mina Goligli. Himmelfarb working the ball back over to Frank.
Park's in no rush.
They're probably feeling pretty good right now, even though that's only a 1-goal lead. Pressure out. So, as far as offense is concerned, Mon, do you prefer more of a sort of allow the player to challenge, or do you like to see more of a motion offense where everybody's moving?
Oh, great check. Oh, we'll call that a grub ball. Grub ball.
That's incredible. That's Himmelfarb again.
Himmelfarb's just having a great game. That's just a great heads-up play. Becca Frank, there was a foul on number 30, Becca Frank, and when the whistle blew, she started to go, because in the last 2 minutes, it's always a whistle start. And she just kind of
didn't go quick enough. She got caught from behind.
Right, and she got, credit to the Mercy player. She came right up, checked her from behind, ball's on the ground, and there was a scrum, and we call that grub ball. Picked it up, and she just
little garbage goal.
Put it right in the back of the net. Back of the net. 40's not going to like that one. Another possession. So we got 1 minute, 9 seconds left. 7-5 Park with the lead. Let's see what they do. Again, Park's they're just taking time off the clock. They're spreading it out. They're up around way above the 12, around the 15, pulling Mercy way out of their comfort zone.
Well, I think they're gonna want the ball here, so they are gonna pressure out, and they are gonna try to, in some way,
that was
make
a big swing. Sorry, excuse me, Aaron.
That's okay. That was no held.
24 seconds left. See if they go to goal. It doesn't look like they're calling any kind of play or anything. They might just let this clock run down.
Oh, great check.
Nice check.
Time's going to run out. Don't think. Oh, another check from behind. And time expires. And that is the end of the first half. We have the Park School Bruins 7 and Mercy Magic 5.
Park's got to feel real good about that first half.
I agree. What do you think Mercy's feeling? Shell-shocked or just, all right, we need to just take a deep breath?
I think they're thinking, all right. We got to just regroup. Let's just kind of, we got away with a really yucky first half, and it's 7-5. We knew that the draw was going to be an issue. It is an issue. It's probably a little bit more of an issue than they thought.
I agree.
So we've got to just fight really hard and, but still kind of stick to their game plan. I mean, again, it's not that bad. It's just I think they're just making it a little bit worse than it needs to be.
Yeah, I agree. I know Coach Casserly said, we just need to have everybody do their job. That's how we're going to win this game, win this championship. This is his 7th year as the coach at Mercy. He has had his team in this game, this championship game, 6 of the 7. And the only reason why it's not 7 was because we didn't have a season last year.
Exactly.
Okay, so he's been here. He's had a culture of the team understanding that this is where they belong. This is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I believe he did think that Park was going to maybe throw some stuff at them and maybe mix things up because, again, Mercy came out on top the other two times they met, the time in March and the time in April. The game in March was a better showing from what he had said. That's when Park was able to get 8 goals against them. But then the game that they had in April, he said his team came out and scored 12 unanswered goals.
Right.
So for this game right now to be this close, 7-5, and for Park to be in the lead and for Park to seemingly have control of exactly what they want to do when they possess the ball, Park really should be feeling great. And Mercy, while they know they've been here and they've had such success this season, I think it is that they just need to sort of do a gut check and say, hey, let's just play, you said, Mercy ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing, no reason to panic. Just relax, play our game. We're good to go. See what happens. But, I mean, Coach Robin Lowe is a great coach. She's been in the game a really long time. She's got them prepared. She knows how to get the best out of them. And, I mean, credit to her team and to her staff for having them ready. So,
she actually credits a lot to her senior class. She had so many great glowing things to say about her senior class. She just sort of has really just kind of given them the reins. And what's really interesting is they've taken the reins. Mm-hmm. They lost last season, so they were going to make the most out of this season. She said they adopted their own hashtag. They had their own hashtag this year. It was hashtag OAM, on a mission.
Love it. You gotta love it.
You gotta love when you do have players that step up and exhibit incredible leadership, all buy in, all want to work together, all want to just make it happen. They didn't have any lacrosse last year. They didn't get any opportunity to play together as a team. I know in some of the men's league, the MIAA, they at least got a couple of games in before things got shut down because of the virus. But neither Mercy nor Park got to do that. So stepping back out onto the field this season was in fact the first time that they were getting together. And those freshmen who had been named to the varsity never had any opportunity. So they're sophomores out here, but in actuality,
they're freshmen.
They're freshmen.
Yep. I mean, these young ladies are just amazing at what they've been able to do and get through and endure. I mean, it's so fun to watch them out here tonight and again, just not having a season and training on their own and just doing the things that they're doing now is just incredible because, I don't know how they do it or how they did it because, they could have just, slacked off and been like, or woe is me, you know.
Everything's getting taken away from me.
Right.
I don't have it, Exactly. Well, it speaks, I think, to the fortitude of what it is to be a student athlete and a female student athlete. Female athletes really do have an incredible reserve of just internal strength and drive, and I think we're seeing that in all of these ladies out here today, and all of the teams, throughout the IAAM.
Absolutely. It's awesome.
So while we have our B conference championship underway. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So, A conference championship.
Yes.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, St. Paul's School girls
Yes.
and McDonough. I mean, both of them coming off of 1-goal games in their semifinals. So they are ready to go. Got to chat with both coaches, and they're just really excited to be in this championship game. They both have really great offenses, and so I think we're going to see a lot of points on the board. I'm announcing tomorrow with Carrie O'Day, former teammate of mine at Loyola, so I'm excited to
Former
announce
head
with
coach
her.
also at Loyola.
And former head coach, yep. So
Mother of 7. I think it has to be said.
I think she's got her own team coming tomorrow. So no, yeah, we're excited for tomorrow. We've got some great players that are going to step out on that field. A lot of kids committed to very high level programs. So, and what's really fun about it is a lot of those kids know each other.
Yeah.
And they either play on the same club teams or play against each other, and they see each other all the time. So it's good. It's going to be a great game tomorrow.
Well, that's great.
No, I'm sorry I won't be
Well,
commentating with you, but
That's okay.
know,
That's
I
okay.
had
Mother
to.
duties.
that's
I have
right.
mother
That's right. You get
duties.
to
I
see your
have-
boys play tomorrow.
I have a son who is in 8th grade who has his own little playoff game in the Howard County little spring league. So he's got a little playoff game tomorrow night, and I just can't miss it. Sorry, I can't do that. Really good crowd here tonight,
yeah.
Mon.
I was very good crowd, and want to thank Sue Thompson
Yep.
for allowing us to do this again this year. We love doing it. Kara Carlin for, is that her married name?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
You said that right.
All right, good. I'm getting old.
It's funny, especially when you know everybody by nicknames. And,
I know.
you know, I've been, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
But thank them for. I mean, this is
Believing in
a lot
us.
of this is a
It's
lot
fun.
of work to put this on too,
Yes.
and I'm sure they had a lot of hoops they had to jump through to, get everything put together. So, thank you to them for putting all this on, and the officials and
And Larry and Morgan here.
Larry
who are-
Morgan standing here, and I do want to say thank you to Carrie O'Day for texting and telling us that the audio was a little bit of a mess. So we apologize for that, but we got it fixed.
You probably missed all my good stuff.
Yeah. So we're about ready to start the second half. We got about 20 seconds. It's going to be a good one.
So, second half is about to begin. Mon, what do you think we'll see differently?
I think we are going to see a much calmer Mercy, a little more settled in. I think they're going to be more disciplined and just kind of let things kind of come to them and just play their game like we talked about.
Yeah.
And then on the circle, they've got to fight like they've never fought before. They don't have to worry about winning it like in the air, out of the air. They've got to get it off the ground. Somehow get it on the ground. I don't know how they're going to do that.
I agree.
But put their tallest player there and knock it out of the air.
Okay, start of the second half.
Wow. There.
We picked back up right where we started.
One thing I need to mention that I really love that Park's doing is cutting back to the ball in
Yeah.
transition. I don't think people do it enough.
Yeah, they do. They do use the entire width of the
I was
field.
just
going
going
to
to say that. They use the width of the field beautifully.
Errant pass in.
Great speed exhibited by Frank there. Get that ground ball and kick it back out to her teammate. And now we continue to see them on offense. Looking to challenge, perhaps maybe draw that double and dump it. Farb now with the ball. Switch to her right. She's ISO'd here. Got it behind to Frank. Defense is playing aggressive. Great feed. That was an excellent cut by Kitchen. Cassandra Kitchen, the freshman, beat her defender, just got a step on her. And it was a simple feed inside. I think 40 had her back maybe to the middle of the field because she was watching the feeder, as she should, and just did not anticipate the shot coming that quickly. Kitchen was right on, again, right on top of that crease.
Yeah, I think the attackers are they're using the picks and the screens really, really well. And again, they're being really patient, so you can start to see Mercy's defense getting a little, they're starting to get a little antsy, you know.
I believe we've had our possibly fully first Mercy draw possession. They did get that other draw, but there was something going on with that.
Right.
With a whistle blown or something. But that was excellent. Good for Savannah Safchuk.
They can score.
They can. They can. 8-6 Park. But that was a great finish by the senior Madison Lane.
I believe that's her first goal.
Tonight it is, yes, but she has 21 on the season.
Right.
So she is accustomed to seeing the cage. It was an excellent cut. There were actually multiple players cutting at the same time, which made it much more difficult, I think, for the defense. But the feed came in. It was placed well, perfectly, right in her stick, and she just one quick cradled and finished. Let's see how Safchuk does on this draw again. She seems to be up. There's not much you can do when the player is able to extend and reach all the way over into your space and get the ball.
Right.
That's why draw specialists today work a great deal on their one-handed capabilities.
Right.
A lot of forearm and with wrist strength exercises to be able to pull balls down from at their highest point.
The only thing Mercy can do is when she goes to, control it, is to just try to knock it out.
Right. And mark up on the other girls on the circle.
Right.
Because I will tell you what I've noticed about Frank is she realizes that she's in an extended position. So she's almost, unprotected from those checks.
Right.
So she actually quickly, with a flip of the wrist, can get the ball to one of her circle players, and they tend to put themselves right in a place. I think I mentioned it before. It's like it's choreographed.
She knows exactly where to just like click it out with her flick of a wrist, little flick of the wrist, and her player is able to come up with it. We got a center hash.
So, yeah, it actually should have been a card, and I think that's what Coach Lowe is her hands are up and out. She is not happy. Yeah, I mean,
Goligly decides to pull it out.
Yeah. Goligly's goggles came off and everything, and there was no call. Yeah, Coach Lowe's not happy.
Mercy's goalie is going to walk it up. That's the second time she's dropped that ball with nobody near her. I don't think the Rutgers coach is going to like that, honey. But she is going to love that. She really connects well with her clears.
She does, yes. Ooh, what a knockdown.
Park's going to push. Really some nice connection really quickly. Anna Stamatos.
They're handling this ride really, really well.
That was another example. It was an incredible block by Frank, who got possession. And again, just as her arms were extended, she just flicked the ball back and then enabled them to just sort of start pushing the ball up the field. Just had an attempt on a feed inside that got missed, but Park came back up with the ball. A little bit more motion happening, it seems, from Park. They're moving a little bit more. I felt there was a lot of standing and watching one player do something. Now it seems as if, what a look. That would have been a nice connection.
She's quick.
She's speedy. She elects not to continue to push though, because she realizes this is an important possession.
It is.
They scored rather quickly their last time down.
Oh.
That was
Did she
was either a missed shot or an incredible save. I couldn't quite tell.
I know. I didn't see what she hit. Did she hit the post? I didn't see it. Replay.
That's a nice move. Ooh. Way to keep possession. Ashley Martin. Really great stick work from the freshman there. Being able to maintain possession while she was dodging through 9 players. It was really only 4. I'm exaggerating. Okay, moving the ball. Bench from Mercy is yelling to move the ball. I think they want to see some stuff start happening. Savannah Safchuk is about to challenge. Look, ooh, what a feed.
Oh, that was nice. She shot through 4 defenders.
First of all, the handle on the feed.
Yeah.
It was not an easy catch to make. It was just about shin high or ankle high, and tough to grab. Lainey Smith, freshman. It's pretty nice seeing these freshmen. We had Jules Mills clearing that ball, running out of that defense. And now Lainey Schmidt handling a tough pass, finishing a great little shot. And all of a sudden, it's 8-7. Park still has the lead.
Ooh, ooh. Little too much physicality there.
Mm-hmm.
That was, again, Juliana Mills. I do think that Coach Casserly said she is wild on those ground balls. She will come up with a lot of them, and it's probably a lot to do with her quick and speediness getting to the ball first.
Nice knockdown.
That was a great
She
block.
read that. Yeah, she
Great
read that
block
really well.
by Madison Lane. Get possession for her team. This could be the equalizer,
Yeah.
this possession. And there it is.
All it takes is one little, oh, no goal. She was in the crease. But she gets an 8-meter weight, so.
Okay, so I believe there was a foul
Oh, before. Okay.
before. Looks like she may elect to stand and shoot. And finishes.
Just wanted to add a little more drama.
So let's just take note here.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jamie Collender, another freshman.
Another freshman.
Yes. So I believe what we're seeing here is a dynasty.
Maybe.
The freshmen are coming alive here for Mercy. They want to win this for themselves. They want to win this for their senior class. And we've had Lainey Smith finish on a goal, and just now Jamie Collender finish an 8-meter. Where's the possession? Jamie Collender again. Oh, flag is up. She did get bumped and knocked prior to the ball being knocked loose. She's going to get that center hash opportunity again.
Just freshman again?
Yes. Think she'll shoot the same way or carry it in? I think she'll carry it in.
It looks like she's going to carry it in. Oh, well placed.
Now what I like about that is her finish high.
Mm-hmm. Timeout, Park. It's a good timeout.
It
Good
is.
timeout.
Mercy.
Little momentum shift.
Yes. I believe Mercy has its first lead since the first goal of the game.
Yep.
So, you mentioned, Mon, great timing for the timeout. What is it that Coach Lowe's saying?
Stick to what we've been doing. Take your time. We're still in this game. It's 9-8. We've got to take the wind out of their sails a little bit. We're making the mistakes. It's not really anything that they've done. Like that one right there when she had the interception or the knockdown. I mean, it wasn't a great pass.
Right.
So it's one of those things as a coach, you want to make them feel like, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's okay.
Yeah, right.
It's not anything that they're doing. They're playing some good lacrosse, Park is.
They really are.
So, you got to remind them of that. You don't want them to start getting in their own head and like, oh, we can't be, So, again, great timeout, great time for the timeout. I think if she waited any longer, it could have gotten away from them.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
because Mercy's all fired up, they're excited. You gotta stop that.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
again,
because one thing that we did say is Mercy sure can score.
Right.
They're not.
Right.
They're not accustomed to finding the back of the net.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's pretty fantastic that we've had some
some freshmen stepping up and really just taking over a little bit here.
I love when they're not afraid.
I love that too. These girls are all so talented. There's no reason, even if you are young, to feel like you can't be impactful or make something happen.
Right.
You know, it's a team sport. That's how it works. Everybody giving their all and doing their best, and you know, leaving it all out there. I mean, this is the championship. What better game is it to do your best, to like not hesitate?
Coach put you on the field for a reason.
Exactly.
Thinks you're good, so make it happen.
Mercy came up with the ball again. It seems
So
as
huge
if
difference is the draw right now.
Okay, so Savannah Safchuk is really doing a great job. She's actually getting the ball to go a little bit more to the direction that she wants. So we'll see what can happen here.
Yeah, they found that person that is either just as strong or, you know, is able to match with Becca Franks.
Now that's pretty.
Right, yeah,
There's nothing I like more than someone who challenges hard to goal.
Yep.
Okay, challenges hard to goal, yet still has the wherewithal and the head up and the eyes up to, you know, do a redodge and then quickly find where the feed should go.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that was a beautiful finish. And again, we go back to what was mentioned earlier with respect to Park's keeper being a little inexperienced, you know, kind of new to the situation. But, you know, when you have experienced and very skillful attackers shooting on you, you've got to make something happen. And there we go. So Franks decided to take this one.
Yep.
Park down by 2 now. With about 14 left on the clock. What's been neat to see as well from Park is they are a balanced offense in the sense that they do a lot of challenging. They've just had 3 different challenges from up top, and then they just fed the ball back behind to now work it up from behind. Franks tried to do that crease roll where she's able to sort of utilize the strength of and the size really of her body. Ball is awarded to Park. It was an excellent clear attempt by 40, but the Park defender was just too close to that offensive player, Martin, and she was able to mess up that reception and little scrum ground ball out of bounds, and it's back in Park's stick. Lots of pressure. It's a nice quick step. Oh, okay. That should have been called to me. I was seeing that before.
She got hit.
She did. I'm
That's
shocked
only
that
that,
there's not
right.
anything that occurred there, either a dangerous shot or the shooting space. There's just it's like it didn't happen.
That actually should have been on the attacker.
I agree.
Should have been a card.
Park maintains possession after trying to feed the ball in. You'll see that Mercy's defense doesn't want to give any space.
Right.
That was a nice try by Goligly. Just didn't find the cage.
I'm really impressed with both attacks, how they feed into the middle, even when there's an attacker of 2 girls on her, and they're just so confident feeding inside, trying to thread that needle.
I agree. I've been very impressed with some of the looks that they've given. Now, a number of them have, like, not met the mark, but there have been more that have been just really excellently fed, and then some of the catches that they've been able to do and finishes, that's been great. Kaylee Crozen, senior attacker, I believe that's her first this evening for Park, bringing them within 1. She has 24 goals on the season. Maybe she has scored prior to that. I'm not quite sure. Crozen. Mercy with possession. Oh, what a takeaway check. This is where it gets a little risky.
So that was a hold. Going to be Park's ball. Here's that ride.
It came up as a Mercy draw possession, but Park was able to get that stick, check that ball loose, scrum for the ground ball, and then they were fouled, so they got possession. Really out far on the defense. They really put a lot of pressure.
Yes, they do.
Got a double. Number 3 for Park, Jamie Askew, has been a little quiet. I feel as if she's probably due to have herself be heard. She's got some great quickness and stick skills.
Fouled. She might have got a little lucky on that. Number 17, Mina Gallagher. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. I apologize.
This is where 40 is her best. Standing her ground.
So that was smart.
Wow. Just a little miscommunication.
Yeah.
And all of that came from the awareness of Goligly to pull it out, to not try to take
Oh, wait. They called that off. Hold on a second here. What just happened?
All right.
Oh, shooting space. Wow.
Okay, I need to see that replay as well.
So they're going to give her a card, yeah.
So in that instance, I'm not quite certain if there was actual contact to
Well,
the head there, or
so
do you think?
It actually does not. There does not have to be contact.
That's right.
It was a slash.
Mm-hmm.
So that is it should be an automatic card because it's super dangerous. So they're trying to really tighten up on that because I don't know if you saw the stick, but it literally went from like the top of her head all the way down.
Yes.
So. Oh boy.
Did she get it? It's Mercy ball. And they're off. No hesitation whatsoever.
Oh, this is big here.
Full head of steam.
Shooting space, yeah.
It sure does bring a play to an end quick, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
8-meter opportunity here. She'll elect to pull it out.
Kind of surprised at that.
Park with the pressure out.
Oh, is Mercy still a man down?
Nice check.
Oh, that's why, because Mercy is still a man down. That's.
Got lucky there. Little miscommunication. Emma Clapp working hard.
Oh.
Offsides call. Mercy stepped offside was the call. Park's ball.
I think the coach was saying that they were even now.
This is where, since the game has free movement now, this is where things get confusing because everybody starts moving and readjusting and putting themselves where they need to be. And you can't kind of recreate what happened and figure out if there was an error in the call.
Well, the Mercy coaches are upset because the card expired, so they got their player back out onto the field, and the coach was trying to tell her to go over so they were even.
Right.
But then the official saw her go over and called her offsides because she didn't know that the card was expired. Yeah, so there should be some kind of, signal that shows her that the card's expired.
I agree. Park back on the O here. They're down by 1.
This is a big possession. 4 minutes left.
They're looking to tie this game. We have a whistle. Looks like the call is against
Jules Mills, who has to go behind.
Did you see a signal? I mean, I don't mean to, you know.
I did not see
say
what the
anything
call was.
about the
It was
officials.
another off-ball situation, so I'm not quite certain what he saw. Nice roll.
Whoa.
And an incredible save by Kaylee. Kaylee Forty made an amazing save.
They're giving it back too. She pulled it back into the circle. I think that's what it is.
It was a great take by Frank. It was an even better save by
stuff,
40.
Right.
This is Kitchen, who is speedy. She'll pass it off to Himmelfarb, who gets swarmed. Great collapsing D. Making space. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, I know Mercy's upset. I think the initial one was great, but then she had her stick horizontal and across her hips. They got to call
her.
That.
It looked as if it impeded her.
The first initial contact was great.
Great, I agree.
But it's just, you got to pull off a little bit.
They're not going to give Becca Frank any time back there to set anything up. They'll set the pick for her, the quick little dump inside and back. I like the ball movement. Move it. Keep moving that.
Mm-hmm. Got a minute 50 left.
I think they're going to be happy to take every
timeout.
Part of that. Yep.
Oh, drop your stick. Drop your stick. I don't think Mercy dropped her sticks.
I only see 2 sticks out there.
So how's that going to work? Or am I not? Did I miss something?
Well, I think the stick marks where the ball was primarily, perhaps. And
I guess
it'll be free movement.
Yeah, I guess they can move anyway, so
wherever they want. So who's your go-to? Who's your go-to on Park? You think Frank?
She's got to have the ball at some point, whether she feeds it or, looks to go. I mean, to get it to her to go. I mean, there's got to be something. But
Himmelfarb?
Yes. Himmelfarb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's been great too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I mean, they've all been really solid.
They really have. And like you said, she said all season long, they've been very balanced.
Yep,
so
exactly.
I think
each and every one of them at some point has challenged or has cut and been fed. It makes it tough for a defense. How do you key on anybody? You really have to get really solidly square on defending your girl, trying not to get picked off. If you're going for the double, go big so that
passing lane isn't easy to find, which it seems as if a few different times Park was able to kind of draw that anxious defense and then quickly find that free person.
Minute 42, Mercy, keep them off the line. Play good, solid D. Make Park have to make the decision.
Correct.
You know, don't force anything. I mean, all game, Mercy's been forcing things. Now's not the time to force it. You're up. They have to make the decision.
And you've got a remarkable goalkeeper in 40.
Right.
You know, play your D. Feel confident that she can make a save if it happens.
Right. All the pressure's on Park right now, not you.
Frank with the ball. She's going to try to take that roll.
That was awesome.
I mean, I'm so impressed with her, and as we were talking earlier and understood that, you know, she is a committed player, committed to American, I was really surprised when Coach Lowe said that she's going to play defense. She's going to play defense at American.
Oh, they might have to change that. We might have to talk to Lindsay down at American.
I mean, when you've got the player scoring the tying goal in the B Conference Championship in the best league around, maybe you might want to have her on the offensive end every once in a while. She could be a secret weapon down there for them.
That's right.
Pretty important draw possession here. Probably the most important one.
Absolutely. What is that him or Farb?
That is a great possession.
28.
That's Cassandra Kitchen.
Minute 12.
This has been, to a degree, the theme, honestly, of this game. I mean, Park gets the draw possession.
Right.
And they get a lot of time on offense. They really have had a lot of time on offense.
They have. All right, so 45 seconds. Let's see what happens.
Play for the win or play for the tie. Play for the win.
Kitchens with the ball.
Kitchen in.
A great save by 40.
Excellent.
All right, 40's got it. Running up the field. Oh, and a check. And a push. There's a foul on Kitchens.
It's the other way, actually.
31 seconds.
It was a foul on Mercy. Kitchen gets the ball.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, she was pushed out.
Did I say foul on foul?
Mercy. Mercy fouled.
Mercy fouled Kitchens. Thank you. Okay, so we have the table official, Fran Trumbo, is talking to Coach Lowe. What's going on here?
Well, I think I probably wouldn't be able to hear if I was standing next to her because she has her mask on.
Oh, it is. Oh, they're giving it to Mercy. Oh, this is not going to be good. Not going to be good.
Coach Lowe had to walk away. She is livid.
Be good. Not going to be good. I don't know what just happened though. Wait, what just happened?
So is there an official timeout?
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, so what I'm assuming happened was
when they had the
when
ball.
the ball was being, like, you know, it wasn't who had possession of it. I'm certain
but
Coach Lowe tried to call for a timeout or did call for a timeout.
Yep.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point. Monica, we do know the game, but we don't know what happened.
Well, absolutely. Somebody called timeout. But Coach Lowe didn't have any more timeouts. You only have 2.
And she seemed incredibly upset. So what will be interesting, and I'm sure we could all take bets, who's going to get the ball when the ball comes back?
So unless she called a timeout when she didn't have it, which is a change of possession.
Right. Well, we certainly have been given a really fun night tonight.
Absolutely.
There's no better way to experience a championship than to have 2 teams battling it out, neck and neck, 34 seconds left on the clock in the second half, and the score is tied at 10.
This is awesome. I love games like this.
The ball will be awarded to Mercy, to our speedster, Juliana Mills. Oof, stutter step, girl. Mills getting chased, though.
Oh, boy. Well, 19 seconds. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Okay.
I was just about to say, wow, that's great D.
I think that was actually quite a risky pass.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really good defense. Oh, no.
Center hash.
I'm going to say it. I do not agree with that call, but oh well.
No pressure.
Nope.
It's just for the championship. Okay, we've had a lot of bodies. The initial 8-meter, excellent defense.
Yep.
Excellent defense. The ball came out. Mercy got possession. Tried to feed it back into another player. But at that time, looks like that's Frank who is down.
An ankle. Okay, you tape that up and you just go back again, right back in.
Rub some dirt on it. Credit to the keeper, Nolan, for, while she's got bodies down in front of her, still being able to sight the ball and then come up with it as it actually did make its way to the cage.
Yeah.
In some way, but she was able to track it in. So it looks like the trainer is doing actually some stretches. There could be some cramping that's gone on, perhaps. likely to be heading into overtime. With only 2.8 seconds left. Sorry. Great feeling right now for these girls. This is intensity.
No, it's not good.
Yep.
She's up.
Wonderful. Good to see that. She
think
will have to come off the field.
Right.
Because she was attended to by the trainer. Coach Lowe sending in Ariel Dunn, a sophomore for D. We got the crowd chanting for Becca. She's been a workhorse this whole game.
Where is the ball? Goalie have it?
They're adjusting the clock.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So lots of really interesting things going on here at Bill Tierney Field at USA Lacrosse.
So we're heading into overtime. First overtime.
Overtime rules for everyone at home who is watching. We will start with a draw, clearly. We do not have sudden death. Coaches are talking with their teams, getting them geared up. Correction on that. It will be sudden death. Sudden victory. Put a positive spin on it.
That's right, we're not allowed to say that. It's sudden victory.
I have just dated myself. So I'm thinking that Park's probably feeling pretty good, considering that their percentages on winning the draw are pretty darn high. So clearly getting possession right away and having that first offensive opportunity in a sudden victory situation, as I'm saying, must have them feeling pretty confident right now. But, you know, Mercy has shown some life in the center circle, and they do go hard to goal. So could be anyone's chance.
I think it's anybody's right now. I mean,
is.
both teams are fighting hard. They're, you know, Mercy made the adjustment on the draw, so it's going to be it's 3 minutes, sudden victory. So right now it's whoever comes up with the possession on the draw is going to, you know, it's anybody's game. With Becca Franks right now, she looks okay. She just did a little run over there, so we'll see what happens with her. I think, you know, knowing that she's not maybe 100%, they might send a double right away on her because thinking she can't move as well. But, I mean, a lot of other girls on Park's team have stepped up. So she can, you know, Becca can feed the ball like over everybody.
Right.
So they've been trying to send doubles before, and they're just, she's just feeding the ball over everybody. So right now, only thing they're focusing on is this draw control right here and see who can come up with it. So unfortunately, I think for Park, their goalie is a little,
Inexperienced.
that's their
Yep.
weakness right now.
Right.
Sorry to say, and 40 has come up on Mercy's side has come up really big in situations. So, we'll see what happens. But this is what you live for.
Exactly.
Playing this game.
This is how championships should be determined.
Absolutely. You don't want to come and it be like a blowout. It's
Although when you're the team that is winning
I mean,
in a
if you're
blowout,
the team,
it's
if
kind
your
of
team,
fun.
if your team blowing them out, then you're pretty happy. But
But these
been on both sides.
yeah. These
both as a
fans-
player and coach.
These
So.
fans here sure have been treated to a great game.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's been a little grumbling here and there with some of the officiating calls. Plus fans like to.
Hey, they've been cooped up for a year.
Yeah, right. Good point. Good point.
They're ready.
So we did an additional coin toss. Coin toss.
Coin toss.
How funny is
Easy
that?
for you to say, right?
I mean, are you kidding me? Is it getting close to my bedtime or what?
Maybe a little bit.
Looks like we're going to be heading back to the same cages we were before. So Park will remain defending the goal closest to the scoreboard, and Mercy will be at the opposite end. Frank is back the center circle.
All right, here we go.
Safe Chuck taking it again because she has had some success. 3 minutes on the clock. The score is 10-10 in our first overtime for the 2021 IAAM B Conference Championship.
Ball's on the ground still, and it's Park's ball.
Possessed by Park.
Oh. 28,
Cassandra
Kitchens. Kitchen or Kitchens? Kitchen.
Yep,
She's feisty.
she is.
I like it.
She's got a good stick.
Yep.
Sending
Sending
the
the double. Jinx. Open player. Oh.
I think Park was going to maybe try to make something happen quickly, but when that double did come, that may be part of their game plan to see if Frank can get something to happen, and if not, we'll start working it because, again, just like Coach Lowe had said, we just have such a balanced offense.
Okay, so there's a flag. Guess 3 seconds. No rush. Minute 40 left in this first overtime.
Good 1v1D. Mercy is digging in and looking to play some solid D.
That's a yellow card. Now,
Juliana Mills, yellow card, our freshman.
is this her second or first?
This is her first.
Okay. How many yellow cards has Mercy had, though?
I think there have been
This is 3?
3.
Okay.
That's a tough situation for an overtime scenario, sudden victory. And as you saw, Mills was their player that they were sending, I think, to double because of her quickness and her ability to get there and then also recover. Eight-meter, Goligly decides to pull it out, probably preferring to have the ball in one of the more dominant scoring players. Kitchen up
30
top.
seconds, first overtime.
Work the ball. Anybody can take it. Ask you.
So somebody's open. Five seconds.
Check to the
Oh,
head.
so
and
another yellow. So
card.
this is their 4th yellow. Mercy crowd's not happy with that.
So Frank is going to be lined up for an 8-meter. Mercy is down
2 players.
2 players. But you have the Division I prospect goalkeeper. Not a prospect. She's committed.
Ooh, she's got center hash.
.5 seconds left on the clock. Center hash. Becca Frank scores.
And that's the game. Wow. Congratulations, Park.
Incredible.
That was
incredible.
I mean, you got to give it to Park. That was just a well-played, well-coached game. I mean, just incredible to watch. Really was.
They did. They really came to play. Outstanding.
It just
both teams.
Both teams. And
Both
really,
teams
Mercy. Credit Mercy. They never gave up. Never hung their heads. They did a wonderful job all game. 40 had some great saves. Some of those freshmen stepping up, having some great goals in the latter parts to, take the lead. I mean,
really outstanding. And isn't it just justified that your leading scorer, your major playmaker, your key player who just dominates, gets that opportunity to notch that goal and win that game in overtime.
I mean, what a way to end her career, I mean, it was just awesome.
Really exciting, really exciting. So there you have it. The Park School Bruins are your 2021 IAAM B Conference lacrosse champions. Fantastic game. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in and being a part of this great display of just incredible athleticism and a great game. This is Erin Brown-Millen, and on behalf of the IAAM Lacrosse Conference,
my co-host, Monica Yakel, Larry Dukes, and Morgan Knox. We would like to thank you very much for watching and tuning in. Please join us tomorrow night for the IAAM A Conference Championship at 6 p.m., where the St. Paul's School for Girls Gators, the number 1 seed, will battle against the number 2 seed McDonough Eagles. Monica, as always, you rock.
It was awesome. Love announcing with you, and it was fun. Congratulations to both teams, and I will hopefully see people tomorrow night, or you'll hear me tomorrow night.
Exactly.
And, for another great game. And thanks again for a great evening, and again, congrats to both teams.
Exactly. All right. Take care, all. Have a good evening.